Hey, so I just got done watching Mandalorian episode 2, and it did not disappoint. I was afraid that, the first episode would be really cool and really good, and then they might start, putting some things in there that we don't really want to see, but it was good. Yeah, it was really, really, really good. First, I'm going to start off with a couple of things that I want to gripe about. I want to complain. There's only two things really right now. The episodes are too short. They're way too short, especially because there's only 8 episodes in a season. You would think that it would be, at least an hour long or something, but I think the first episode was actually like a little longer than this one, but they're too short and not a lot happens in these episodes. There's not really a lot of events happening in these episodes. It's just kind of like a lot of action, but you know what? I really like the action, so I'm not gonna really hold that against them. I really thoroughly enjoyed the second episode as well. I was again just like pinned to the TV. I was like, thank God, yes, more Star Wars. Okay, so Baby Yoda is the cutest damn thing. Like, every time he comes on the screen, I'm just like, oh my God. So I was thinking, why is it so damn cute? It's like a cute gremlin or something. I think it's the ears, and I don't know, just like everything. I don't know, it's really weird. So I guess I was wrong in the first episode that I reviewed, because I thought that Yoda was like reaching his hand up and like floating up with the Force, but I guess it was just a baby machine, a baby floaty machine, perhaps, and yeah, it just kind of floats around with him. Kind of does remind me of that chair that Yoda sat in episode 3. I thought a really neat shot in this episode was when he was like looking over, and you could see the reflection of those two guys like hopping on his helmet right here, jumping across the ravine, and you knew it was coming. You knew a smackdown was coming. After that fight, him and Baby Yoda are at the campfire, and you could totally tell that Baby Yoda was reaching out to use the Force. So the part where Mandalorian was running after the Sandcrawler and trying to take on the whole Sandcrawler by himself, he was crawling up the ladder at the bottom, right? I swear that scene was shot exactly like Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, where Indy was climbing up that one tank, and the tank was trying to hit the rock wall and peel him off, but he like hopped on top of it at the last minute. I think that scene was shot exactly like that, maybe as a callback. I would have to go back and watch and compare the two, but I'm pretty sure that it was shot exactly like that, and if not, it just totally reminded me of that. So then he starts 1966 Batman wall crawling up the sand crawler, and I really like how he's not like perfect, you know what I mean? He just got blasted off the side of that thing, like he just like froze up and fell down. So then he goes back to his ship and finds that the Jaw was stripped for parts, which I was wondering why he was attacking that Sandcrawler in the first place. It turns out he knew that they had stripped his ship. Okay, so he goes back to Nick Nolte's place, and he says, my ship's stripped, what do? He's like, I can't get off this planet. He's like, alright, I've spoken, I'll help you out again. You know what? I actually feel bad now. I don't know if you've ever played that video game, Bounty Hunter, for the GameCube. I have a confession to make. I used to wrap up the Ugnaughts and set them on fire, just because it was fun. It wasn't part of the game, and I feel really bad about that now, because he's a pretty cool character. If anyone else has ever done that, please let me know, so I don't feel so bad. Yes, it was a thing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that did it, okay? Alright. Star Wars Bounty Hunter the game. You remember, come on. So they make a deal with the Jawas to get his ship parts back, and he almost burns the entire lot of them with his flamethrower, and I was wondering why didn't he just do that before, but I don't know if the flamethrower was that powerful, but yeah, I was just like, just burn them all, man. So they make a deal with them, and he goes to get the egg. It did really have a callback to the creature that Obi-Wan Kenobi fought in episode 2 in the arena. He was about to take a horn to the chest. He was just like, you know what? I'm done. I give up. He's just like, I'll try to stop this thing as it kills me. But then Baby Yoda comes in clutch and saves the day, dude. That was a really cool scene. It was just like, his hand was out. I was like, oh man, I knew it. I knew he was a Force sensitive creature. He gets saved by Baby Yoda, and he just like stabs and twists the knife into that creature, brings the egg back to the Jawas, gets his stuff back, and they go and fix his ship. So yeah, again, not a lot happens in these episodes. But if you're a starved Star Wars fan like I am, it's just like really great. So I think they're trying to do a really good job on the show, and it really does show, I've also seen some people complain about the music on this show. to me, it just really feels like old cowboy western music mixed with Star Wars, I guess. Star Wars, I think that they were trying to go for that. It's growing on me, it's a little bit tribal, but the Mandalorians are tribal people, so maybe that's just what they're trying to go for. I'm impressed so far with this show, and I can't wait to see the rest of these 8 episodes, but yeah, I really hope that they stretch out the time on them a little bit. It just really feels like the old 2003 Clone Wars, man, because they're so short, but they're so good at the same time, So now Mando and Baby Yoda are flying off. We're assuming that he is going to take him back to the guy that paid him the bounty to take it, but he saved his life, you know what I mean? And he knows that something bad's probably gonna happen to Baby Yoda if he leaves him with this crazy German guy. It's a cliffhanger. We'll just have to see what happens in the 3rd episode, see where he goes from here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna keep doing these because it's fun. I love it. I love Mandalorian. If you have anything I missed, or if you don't agree with me for some reason, if I missed something, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and everything else. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say smash that like button, bros. Smash the like button. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.